Hi, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a Friday. Let's touch on something that is touch on a few miscellaneous matters when it comes to immigration, and also a bit on the adoption side, because most recently I talked about adoption, and suddenly a few of our fellow industry players have come up with their version, and somehow I feel it needs improvement. All right, let's touch on this. You know, a lot of Singaporeans who are actually self-employed, be it that you are actually driving a PHV, private hire vehicle, or any other self-employed jobs. You know, it's actually understandable, there are always, nobody likes to pay taxes. So, of course, when you declare taxes, you try to declare as low as possible so that you do not need to pay. All right, so at the time when you are not involved with any foreign woman, and it's like you're not married to any one of them, and you're single, or maybe you're just married to a local, that age will not matter lah. So as long as you are, even when you don't pay taxes, your declared income is not high enough, you don't pay taxes, it won't actually have any detrimental effect on your application in any, because you do not need to apply. But when you are involved with a foreign spouse, that is the time where you need to apply for long-term visit pass, apply for PR. And to show that your income is adequate is very, very important. And being a self-employed, your pay will not be taken at 100% of what is. So for example, your pay is at $5,000 a month. It's going to be different from somebody who is actually employed by a company with a $5,000 salary. So it's going to be different, all right? It will not be taken at $5,000. So I just want to put it across to you, is that if you want the government to give you, to make allowances, to make your past application easier, then you got to pay some taxes lah. You know, put it in a way you don't want to pay tax. This shows that your income is not enough. So when your income is not enough, how will ICA approve your application for LTVP or actually PR? Because you're not showing the ability to feed your foreign spouse. So that is the thing. You know, I always tell my clients, because sometimes I get some of the clients who are self-employed, they're actually not too bad. Their income is not too bad. But it's just that they do not want to declare more because they do not want to pay taxes. And that's when their foreign spouses application for LTVP gets rejected, PR gets rejected over and over again. So when they actually, some of them, they got the income, and they actually got the LTVP for their foreign spouses initially, but now they want to apply for PR. It's still always not approved. So they're asking, why Lim? Why is my PR not approved? I look at their profile. Oh, age is not too old, have children, but why is it not approved? Then I realize that they are self-employed and they're trying not to pay taxes. So, you know, for the time that you need to declare more and need to declare your actual wages, I think you will need to lah. Especially for the Grab drivers and the taxi drivers, your pay is seriously not, what your earnings are seriously not that bad lah. It's more than enough to sponsor your foreign spouse for PR or for LTVP. It's just that you need to declare the actual amount, all right? The actual amount. So I think that is very important, all right? And the next thing, let's touch on another miscellaneous. You know, most recently I made some videos on adoption, and we have a few of the industry players. I won't say who, but somehow I was flipping through TikTok, I saw them touching on this area lah. But I think that we need to get things straight. We need to tell the truth. Firstly, after you are, if like for example the child from the previous marriage. So for example, you married a foreign spouse, and she brings with her a child from the previous marriage. Yes, you cannot apply for LTVP nor PR for that stepchild. So you need to do adoption. So one thing to take note of is that firstly, after the adoption is done, you do not go for PR. After the adoption is done, the stepfather will apply for citizenship directly for the child. And that is very important. All right? Why would you want to go for PR? PR meaning that you're still holding on to the passport of the previous the previous passport. But when you adopt it with the new birth certificate from ICA, with the adoption order from High Court, from the Family Court, from the Family Court, and with the new birth cert, the stepfather will apply for citizenship for the child. So the child will after 6 months will be a citizen if they meet all the requirements lah. Even if they don't meet the requirements, you are also not able to get PR for the child. Right, so you have to take note of that. Secondly, ICA will not send you a letter to invite you to apply for citizenship. ICA will send you a letter after the court order from the family court is out, the adoption order is done. The applicant, the stepfather or the applicants will receive a letter from ICA to advise them the steps on to process the Singapore birth cert for the child, right? That's when they will guide you step, but they will tell you to do it, and you will send in the information, and you will get a birth cert, a Singaporean birth cert for the child. All right. But ICA will not send you a letter inviting you to apply for citizenship. All right. So do take note of that. Sometimes I don't want to tell people tell fellow industry players what is the actual thing lah. But then I think we gotta get things straight. This industry has already enough bad reputation of industry players, bad tactics and inadequate knowledge. So we need to seriously get things straight. All right. Do take care and have a good weekend.